Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Make Peace with Life Shortcast. Got another great show for you guys today. Also want to encourage you to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss an episode. Keep doing this. I'm going to keep doing this forever, as long as I can. And I want you guys to be a part of it and learn and grow with me. With that said, also make sure to go over and check out the makepeacewithlife.com site, where you can check out the community, see all the great people there, look for the blog, find all the other podcasts on there, get the great shirts that are available on there, and just have to learn to find your happiness again. That's what we're all about here, is finding our happiness. Today I want to talk about a topic that's kind of hit or miss with me. And I'm talking about the self-help industry in a whole. The self-help industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and something new is coming out every day, every week, every minute. I mean, there's all kinds of people trying to help, which is a good thing. Don't get me wrong, I never want to say that improving yourself is not a good thing. But there's some things we need to watch out for as we're going into the self-help. First thing is, look for the good side of of self-help. Learn a new skill. Grow your knowledge, grow yourself, grow your health, grow your abilities. Constant improvement is a great thing to do. Always be looking to add something to your life, your world, your health, your practices. Those are all the good things around the self-help industry. But the dangerous part of the self-help industry is that they try to convince you that you're broken, that something is wrong with you, that if you get this book or you get this CD set or you get this new video, that your life's going to change and it's going to become wonderful and marvelous and amazing, and you're going to be just like Tom, who's been doing this for 20 years, or you're just like Judy, that's been following this process for most of her life, and you're going to get to be just like them. First of all, anything that wants you to become a different person than you are is wrong. You are who you are. You are unique. You're wonderful. You're amazing. And we don't want to change that. Do we want to improve ourselves? Yes, I think that's an important part of the self-help industry, is improving ourselves and finding new things and bettering our knowledge as far as that goes. But that message that we're broken is one that really goes right through me, because we all have issues. Everybody has issues. Even the people that are on those self-help programs have issues. Their life is not 100% perfect. Sure, it's a lot better when we're spending millions and billions of dollars to promote buy their products. That's going to make them happy. It would make anybody happy. Financial success and financial security is very important as I go along. But when you go into a self-help program or process, first of all, the first thing that I want you to understand is that you have to be vested in it. You're not just going to read a book or do an activity and it's just going to work like magic. So you have to have some desire to do it. You have to have some desire to be better. So if it's a health-based program where you're improving your health, you're losing weight, you're getting stronger, which everybody wants to do, and there's tons of those out there. Those are great if you're going to be motivated to do it. If you think you're going to be able to get one that says, in just 5 minutes a day, you're going to lose 200 pounds. And you have to be realistic with that. You have to understand that anything that is going to help is going to take some work, especially if in that situation if you need to lose a lot of weight, if you've got some severe health problems, you need to be very careful. Make sure you check with your doctor always first for anything like that. But shy away from anything that seems too magical or too easy in that sense. You know, I'm seeing these ones, and I don't want to knock them per se, but these shirts that you just put on and you start losing weight. Now, is the shirt making you lose weight, or is it just making you look like you lose weight? There's some different process to that, but I don't think just wearing a shirt can make you healthier in that sense. I could be wrong, but to me it seems too magical in that sense. I always go back to the movie The Secret that came about, and how they wanted you to manifest things, manifest the best job, and you just sat around and thought about it, which does help, but again, you have to put action into it. I think that's a big thing. You have to know you're going to have to get this program, whatever it is, whatever it might be, but you also have to put the action into it. So anything that kind of tells you, leans on that you just magically do it, that you don't have to put the hard work in, that you don't have to put the action in, that you're not going to spend, you know, time in the evening setting things up and getting the processes working. I would shy away from those, because we have to learn, we have to improve, but we also have to action, and we have to have the desire to do those actions to make it work. So I think almost all of the self-help programs out there in essence are good and are designed to help people. But again, you have to have that motivating drive. You have to have that inner desire to do it, because just reading a book is not going to change your life. Just watching a video is not going to change your life unless you're vested in it to do the work and to get off the couch, move your butt, get processes in place to do all these wonderful things. And I think a lot of these programs can help you get there, but you got to have that desire. Also, these things always compare you to somebody else. Look at this person. Do you want to be this person? I mean, I watched some of these health videos, and the guy's like totally ripped, and he only works out 5 minutes a day. Come on, really? I mean, he might now, but he didn't do that to get where he's at this moment. So the comparison problem is another big one. It's like, oh, this guy's doing it, and we don't know what all else he's done, what other processes he's went in through. And I'm speaking a lot about health, but this goes for the financial aspects and everything too. They're like, oh, he worked on it 5 minutes a day, and now he's making billions of dollars. If it seems unrealistic, it probably is unrealistic. The best self-improvement processes do not over-glamorize it. They're not like, oh, you're going to make a unrealistic amount of money. You're not going to have unrealistic health gains. They give you the exact of what you're going to do. And I think that's the value of it. I think you see a lot of people that are out there that are helping people, but they're not sugarcoating it. They're not saying, it's going to be easy. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some effort. I've watched several here lately. Just watched one the other day on a new service that I'm using, and it was really beneficial to me. Not all of it was, but I picked out about a good 5 or 6 things that I could incorporate into what I'm doing, and I love that. But the big thing is that these programs need to create calm within you. That you need to be able to focus on them and do them without stress, without creating more burden on your life that you can take. So all these programs need to help you make peace with life as well. You're moving towards a goal, moving towards something better, but in a process that makes sense and isn't over exaggerated in that. So, as we're getting closer to the end of this podcast, I want to ask you a question. How many self-help books, programs, processes have you purchased or bought into in your life? The numbers are tallying. I can hear it. Ching, ching, ching. I mean, I will tell you, I started out in, I was 18 years old and still in high school. And I was up late at night and I bought the Carlton Sheets real estate program to help you start buying real estate, renting out houses, things like that. It's the very first one I ever bought, and it worked. It literally worked. Now, did it work like they told me it would? No, but it did work. I did end up securing 3 rental properties. It was working. The process had all the forms in it that I needed to do all those things. So it did work. Didn't work. I didn't make a fortune, but it did work, and I did have some success with it. But then there was others that I purchased. I purchased a speed reading program one time, and it just fell flat. So of all the ones that you have purchased, how many have worked? I was doing some tabulation on mine and all the ones I purchased, and I buy a lot of self-help products. I love them. I love taking morsels out of them and everything. But to work 100% as they say they do, I would say less than 5% of the ones that I bought have lived up to the hype that they said in the beginning. A lot of mine are books, so I don't have a huge investment in them. But and I feel like no matter what, I can take something out of any kind of self-help program that'll benefit me. Even if it's a small thing, if I spend $12.95 for a book and I get a small thing out of it, that I feel that's worth it. So now the last thing I want to do here, besides get you to reflect on how many products you bought and how many. So if you want to drop a note under this video and tell me how many you think you've purchased over the years and how many have actually worked. I'd love to hear that information there. But the big problem I have with the self-help industry is that it tries to make you become somebody you're not. You are you. You will always be you. You're not going to be Tom or Judy, as we were talking about earlier. You're not going to be this other person. You're not going to be the guru that's on the video. You are always going to be you. Now, there'll be different versions of you, and you'll evolve and make yourself different, but you will always be you in your core. So when any of these programs tries to change who you are or who you want to be, or I mean, not who you want to be, but who you are, that's where I have a problem with them, because no matter what, you can take the information, but you have to put it into your context, and you have to put it into what makes peace with life for you, so that you're not going to become somebody different. I think one of the ones that that cracked me up the most was the ones that would teach men how to become these amazing dating machines and how to have great conversations with women and stuff. That's a talent in its own right, but it's not something that is easy for a lot of people. So they're not going to turn this guy this person that's having trouble talking to a member, somebody that they want to date. They're not going to be able to turn them into a Casanova like that, just by some words and some great phrases and taglines they're going to do. So don't let these programs change who you are. Don't let them make you feel uncomfortable. Don't let them make you try to reach out of your comfort zone too much. I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting out of your comfort zone, but when you have to become a different person to do it, that's a lot of times a different person where you don't feel comfortable. That's where we lose making peace with life. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, the self-help industry. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing it. I think there's a lot of great things out there, but I just want you to be careful with the over-exaggerated claims of improving you with easy little tiny steps that are going to make a big difference. I know there's lots of them out there. In 28 days, you're going to go from a 300-pound overweight man to somebody that looks like they've been a bodybuilder all their life. Those are the ones I want you to be wary of, and not get your hopes up too much on something like that, but to do some realistic looking into the programs that you're going to be using and how they're going to benefit you. And like I said, it's okay if you just pull a small nugget out of each individual program that you participate in, something that can benefit you, then you can put into your life. And that, my friends, is how we make peace with life.